introduce themselves. Then they'll give a 5-minute presentation. And after they have spoken, I'm going to ask for contributions from yourselves based on what the panelists would have said and your own lived experiences of being women, being in leadership. I'm going to start with a woman who has many key roles in the sector that she operates in. And I'm going to ask her to introduce herself, to explain some of those roles, and then to give her presentation. Help me welcome, please, Honorable Senator Monica Mutsvangwa.
Thank you so much, Tembi. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My honorable members of Parliament who are here, I want to also mention a special mention for the President of National People's Party, Madam Juru, who is here, elected officials, public officials who are here, the organizers of this special event. It's always wonderful to be among women. Women empowerment is an issue which is at my heart. I'm the chairperson of the Women Parliamentary Caucus. I'm a senator. I also happen to, regionally, I've also been elected to actually make sure that women in the region pull together to make sure that we get to those decision-making positions. I'm the vice president of the SADC Parliamentary Forum, and I am actually a vice chair for the Women's Regional Parliamentary Caucus. I want also to honor all the panelists who are here. I'm Monica Mutsvangwa, as I said. I happen to have entered politics. I don't know whether I should say by choice, but it was at the age of 14 and a half that I left school as a young girl to join the armed struggle to liberate Zimbabwe. So that's how I happened to be there. So sometimes I ask myself, is it by choice? Is it by circumstances? I happen to be there. I want to say, just going through what Sally has been talking about, to give a little bit snippet of how it is to be a women politician, how difficult it is, the challenges you met. Somebody said, when you exclude women, you are excluding the voice of reason. And I think the women in this country have already demonstrated that they are good strategists, whether in war, whether in peace. Starting from the 1890s, we find ourselves here in Zimbabwe with Mbuya Nehanda. She was just not in the background. She was a war strategist. She actually sat on the table to talk about the importance of liberating ourselves as a country. It moves to the liberation struggle, where I have my seniors there, Madam Juru with us. Women fought side by side with their male colleagues. So what I'm trying to say is women have earned their positions in decision-making positions. When we talk of women empowerment, we're not asking for charity. It is our right. We have demonstrated as women of this country. We have also had a wonderful opportunity of coming up with our own constitution in 2013. I happen to have been one of the vice co-chairs during COPAC, the constitution making process. And it was a pleasure as we went around during the outreach to know that our people have moved. They understand that when we talk about the rights of women, it's not just about a human rights issue. It is a development issue. So, and the way the women's rights were talked about, not just about women were talking about women's rights, we saw traditional chiefs talking about women's rights. We saw our men talking about women's rights. Our chiefs spoke very well when it came to gender-based violence. And they said it is important to make sure that that is dealt with, because as chiefs, they are suffering, even there in the rural areas. When there is disharmony in families, when there is fights in families, they don't sleep. Families go to their house or homesteads, and they don't have enough food to take care of those families. So they are also affected, and they wanted to see an end to that. To be a politician, I've said to young girls when I talk to them in my constituency, there's nothing to worry about. It's as if you're doing something which is not traditional. To be a politician, you are concerned about your people. You are concerned about your community. You are concerned about your society. Starting from the village you come from. Are there roads? Is there access for women who are pregnant to be taken to hospital? Are there clinics? Are there schools for young girls, girl children? We have been promoting girl children. Are there schools for these young girls to go? And if these schools are there, are they close? The accessibility. We see a lot of early child marriages. One of the reasons is young girls are walking long distances to go to schools. And as a person, when you worry about those things, you're a politician. That's what politics is all about. Do we have hospitals? Are people being treated? Is there medication in our hospitals? Are our leaders sticking to what the election manifestos did talk about? As politicians in politics, as members of parliament in parliament, our job, the 3 mandates of being a representative of those people who elected you into parliament, are you making sure that their voices are being heard? Are you representing them fully? Do you know how to oversight those ministries? Do you know what you need to do when you talk of bills, legislator? As members of parliament, it's our job to rubber stamp what the executive brings into parliament. No. No. And I must say, as the chairperson of the Women Parliamentary Caucus, even the previous chairpersons who were there, they have been preoccupied about bringing all women from all political parties in parliament, because we have realized one thing. As women, we need to support each other. Yeah. Yes. The moment we are going to concentrate so much that which party are you belonging, where are you coming from, we will lose it. And there will be somebody to take advantage of that. I'm glad this is an issue which has been talked again and again. And I'm glad, Sally, you touched on it. Women are PhDs, they put each other down. Yes. And it's true, and I believe it's a myth. Yeah. We are allowing the men who are worried about women empowerment to bring us to think that the fault is among ourselves. Yes. It is time, my dear sisters, that we should be able to celebrate each other. As sisters, let's celebrate each other, whatever move you've done. We are happy when we find a sister who says, I can stand up and be a president of this country. Is there anything wrong with that? As members of parliament, and as an individual, I've found a lot of challenges in politics. But hey, life is about challenges. If you are not ready for any challenge, then you will never be able to do anything in life. Yes. If there's so much which is said about you, it's because there's something about you. Yes. So I've stood up as a person to face the challenge. I'm glad, I'm thankful to my mother who is late and my parents who taught me to face challenges head on. And not allow to say, maybe it's because of that one or because of this one, or maybe I can walk this way when the challenge is coming this direction. No, I walk towards challenges. And when you show whoever is trying to bring all these obstacles in front of you that I will be able to walk through them. It may be a crocodile-infested place. I will walk through them and walk out with my God. There is definitely a lot of challenges, but we are the women of Zimbabwe. We are the women who should make sure that this country develops. There is no reason why this country should be at the levels at which we are. We have the human resources. We have the natural resources. We can do it. Mothers, young girls, we want you. We want the young women. If there is much more we can do as women in parliament, we would really want to mentor young girls so that you come up. We want to see young brains in parliament. I've been a diplomat for many years and I lived in Europe, in America, in China. There is no investor who wants to come into a country where the future doesn't look well. Yeah. Because investors, when they invest in a country, they invest for more than 50 years. And they want to see the future. Who will be the next leader from now for the return of their investment? They need that assurance. And if we are not, as women in parliament now, mentoring young people to take over us when we move, we are losing it as a country. I can go on and on. I've been given 5 minutes. There are so many challenges, but brave them. Brave through them. It is your right. It is your country. For those who fought for this country, we fought for each and every Zimbabwean. Opportunities is what we fought for. And let's grab the opportunities when they come. Let's leave this idea that is them and us. That, America. And then sit back and then become very good criticizers. You criticize this, you criticize this. Get involved. This is your country. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Senator. I love what you're saying about walking towards challenges.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.